Okay, these are the beyond the microscope. Now, with the help of electron microscope, we can analyze the structure of a cell. This is the 100 nanometer dimension. This circle has the diameter of 100 nanometer. This is the typical prokaryotic cell. Okay, and this is the by the light microscope we can visualize. Such kind of structures are the by the light microscope we can visualize. But for the detailed study of that organism, internal cellular organization can be revealed by the electron microscope. But molecules are not as it is seen, observed as far as the microscope is concerned. Henceforth, we propose a model. Okay, DNA, structure of DNA, we propose a model that this is the probably most correct structure. That's all regarding to the dimension. Now, from a human skin we have started, and then we are saying that at what level we are discussing. Now next part is a we have to discuss regarding to the two types of cell. As a microbiology student, you know that the all organisms are classified into the main two categories: prokaryotic and eukaryotic.
Okay.
Generally, viruses are not considered as far as this particular classification is concerned, and they are referred as the acellular. Means typical cell is not present because of the very ultra microscopic nature as far as viruses is concerned. Now, you also know that in a prokaryotic, a simple DNA is there. In a diffuse state, it is present. While in case of a eukaryotic, a well organized nucleus is there, and within a nucleus, this particular DNA is there or genetic material is there. Means even itself the word say that the prokaryon, primitive type of nucleus, eukaryote and means the true types of a nucleus, and henceforth this is the important difference. You can compare this particular cell with the for example, this is the single room, and within that there are the several corners are there. This particular corner is the bedroom, this particular corner is the kitchen, this particular corner is bathroom. There is no compartment like that. Like while the eukaryotic cell is like a 3 BHK, means separate bed is there, separate kitchen is there, separate hall is there. Means there are a compartmentation, just like in a flat there are the doors to enter in every room, every compartment. Similarly, there is a mitochondria, there is a nucleus, there is all these things are you very well aware. Only thing is that in this the DNA is present, nucleic acid is present exposed to the cell, means there is no internal barriers are there within that microscopic cell. This is the present in the diffuse state. So this is the important thing. Now one thing also keep in mind that the only one type is the prokaryotic, except the bacteria. Okay, archaea also shows the same features of the bacteria, but they also carry the several features of eukaryotic. Means except the bacteria, all organisms are a eukaryotic. For example, fungi, algae, protozoa, plant, animal, all possesses the eukaryotic cell. That simply means that their nuclear material is well enclosed into the nucleus. That is the covered by the two-layered nuclear membrane. So that's all regarding to this particular difference is very much important. Now, not only as far as nucleus is concerned, the beyond that also there are several things which are different. How? First, let me clear with the eukaryotic system. So this is the typical eukaryotic cell. This is the live picture taken by the electron microscope. Here you can see the mitochondria, nucleus, vacuole. This is not a drawn structure. This is the direct micro photograph. Since you find the lot of uncleared or just shades of black and white pictures are there. So within that we are talking regarding to the our nuclear material which is present here. As far as genetics of eukaryotic system is concerned, we can imagine that majority of eukaryotic organisms are the multicellular, whether these are the filamentous fungi, several algae, then the plant and animal are concerned.
And
These are the multicellular, more than one
multicellular.
cellular. And whenever the organism is multicellular, at that time what happens? There is a requirement of a coordination between the two cells. coordination between the two organs, coordination between the two systems. For example, in our cell, our body, we have the nervous systems, we have the circulatory system, we have the immune system. Different systems are there, and what is expected that all should be work in coordination. In case of a bacteria, what happens? It controls the functional physiological things as far as bacterial cell, individual cell is concerned. But here, in case of eukaryotic, not for the all, because majority of eukaryotic are the unicellular also. But in case of multicellular, what happens? There are a coordination, means cells have to secrete something which is required for itself. This is the first point. And cell also has to secrete something which is the required for the coordination or for the helping to the other cells of the body. For example, pancreatic cells secrete the insulin, which insulin is very much important as far as the all circulatory system is concerned, where the blood glucose is controlled. Henceforth, the cell's genetics is complicated as compared to the prokaryote. Why? Because not only single cell is there, so many cells are there and their coordination is required. Henceforth, it is obvious on theoretical basis also we can say that there is a clear difference between a prokaryotic genetics and the eukaryotic genetics, and eukaryotic genetics has some sort of a complexity. So this is the typical cell. Now within that there are several segments. These are referred as the chromosomes. I'm not going to much detail regarding to the history of genetics, because already you know this particular subject at basic level. Just in order to polling, I am giving the lot of details regarding that. These are referred as the colored bodies. Actually, in true sense, they are never colored bodies in cell. But when these are stained by the several stain like a Fulgen stain, so there is a absorption of a color and they are intensely seen under the light microscope. Hence from that it is referred as the chromosome. Chromosome means colored, zome means body, but it is not in true sense these are colored. Only thing is that they absorb the more stain due to their acidic nature. So this is the typical feature and this is referred as the chromosome. In case of eukaryotic, there is a several chromosomes are there. Okay, and actually within that the it is made up of a thread, DNA, that is also known to you, but this is the typical structure of a condensed chromosome. Okay, now just in order to get details regarding to the structure of chromosome internally, we are similar way by the just like a previously we are going to magnify the particular part. For example, within this chromosome is known to you from the 7th standard. Suppose if we are enlarged, visualize this particular part, this particular part is like this, means under the electron microscope it is possible to analyze this particular structure, but beyond that there is a model. So you're finding that the thread is wounded towards the protein molecule. This is the typical circular spherical structures are there. These are the protein molecules. Can anybody know which proteins are present within a chromosome?
He, histone protein.
Very nice. Histone proteins. So these are the histone proteins, and these histone protein to on these histone proteins, these are the threads, and this thread is nothing but of a DNA. The DNA is. Now one more we are going to analyze. Now this particular structure is when enlarged. This is like this. These are the histone proteins, and this is the DNA. This is a very important structure. Why? Because there is a concept of the euchromatin and a heterochromatin. Okay. In case of euchromatin and heterochromatin, these terms might be known to you, but majority of us we are not aware regarding these terminologies. So this part, which is the DNA, which is the wounded to the histone protein, this is referred as the heterochromatin. And this is the free, which is referred as the euchromatin. Now Why such kind of organization is there? Because already I have given that the cell has to carry the function, lot of function. In yesterday's lecture, we are get clear that as far as all organisms is concerned, the typical nucleic acid content is the same. For example, in my body, if I analyze the nervous system cells, nerve cell, and a typical cells of liver or the fingers or the toes, all constitutes of the same DNA. Now, question arises that all have the same DNA, then why the difference is there? Why their shape is different? Why their function is different? Why each are the physiologically different? Why the several are secreting the insulin, several are secreting the interleukin? The thing is that whatever function which is needed, that is freely available. Means, for example, if this is a typical example, in case of pancreas, insulin gene is required. This insulin gene is available as a part of a euchromatin. Now, suppose in the other cells, for example, in the leg cells, if you analyze, the insulin gene is not a part of the euchromatin, it is a part of a heterochromatin. Why? Because it is bound to the histones and it never expressed. Why? Because functionality is not expected from that cell of a leg or hand that they should secrete the insulin. In case of WBC, that insulin gene is here, while in this particular part, the interleukin genes are a part of eukaryote. You can imagine like that. I give the one analogy. So, for example, I have given a Leninger book to all of you. Okay, same book, same copies. Everybody, all 20 students will receive this particular book. Now, within that, if I staple the chapter number 1, means all the chapter is the staple, and in another copy I have stapled the chapter number 5. In another book I have given the staple the chapter number 20. And if I ask everybody, then some of you will say that the sir, in my book chapter number 1 is not available. Actually it is available, but it is a staple. Hence you can read it. Somebody say that the sir, in my book chapter number 20 is not available. Why? Because it is a staple. But basically, if you remove that stapler pin, you will find that the each and every book is of a Leninger. Similarly, this is the thing that in this case, what happens? Every cell possesses the same thing, but depending on their function, depending their physiology, the euchromatin and heterochromatin part is there. Okay, henceforth, in whatever functions which is not needed, these are encoded by the gene which is the wounded to the this particular histone protein. Once again, we are going to modify this particular part. This is the typical structure. Okay, it consists of the H comprises for the histone. Within that histone protein also have the different types. You can take as a part of homework that what are the types of histone proteins which are present commonly in case of eukaryotic, and what are their nomenclature, on what basis the nomenclature is given. So this is the typical feature of a chromatin. Now within that thread also, this is not a typical thread as shown, but it has the super coiled thread. Okay? Means already the DNA structure double helix you know, and uh, this is undergoes more wounding pattern, and this is referred as the coiling. But coiling, once again, super coiling, and so super coil structure means a condensed structure is present. So this is not a typical thread, it is actually the coiled part, okay, that is the present. Now, if we enlarge this particular part, then we'll find this is the DNA. This is the very familiar structure as far as any book are concerned. Generally, we know this is the typical structure of the DNA. But these can't be revealed by the electron microscope. Previously, I said this is the drawn on the basis of the details I get, because Watson and Crick connected all these things, and on the basis of the computation and combination, how the hydrogen, how the oxygens are arranged, how the nucleic acids are arranged to each other, and on that basis they have prepared this structure. This is referred as the typical DNA double helix. Okay, once again we have amplified this particular structure. This in this way there are the minor groove, major grooves are there. This is the typically known to you. In these particular diagrams, I have shown these dimensions are in Armstrong, but this is generally older terminology. Newly, you must know what is means Armstrong and what is means the nanometer. Generally, it is a common practice as far as recent books are concerned. They give the dimension in the nanometer rather than Armstrong. So that's all regarding to the organization as per as a eukaryotic system is concerned. Means in case of fungi, in case of algae, in case of protozoa, in case of plants, animals, such structure is there. But what about the bacteria? Because they have the prokaryotic cell, there is a nucleus is not present. That doesn't have a complicated system. This is the typical E. coli cell you every day cultivating on the media. This is the colony, and you know the typical size. This is my. So this is the cell, and within that, these are the colored body after the staining with the fusion stain. You'll find that there is the coiling, supercoiling pattern. Although the histone proteins are absent, but histone-like proteins are present as per as the bacterial DNA is concerned. So here these are the protein. These are not a histone protein, but they have the quite similarity with the histones, and these are referred as the histone-like protein. Now here there is the typical functions or the physiological role played by this DNA for the single cell. Why? Because the majority of bacteria, generally bacteria are unicellular. Forget about the several exceptional cases of the multicellular organism. So in this case, what happens? The expression separation is not needed because single cell means a single organ. In former case, what happens? A typical organ has a different function, typical tissues has a different function, typical cell has a different function. Hence, there is a need of euchromatin, heterochromatin. Hence, the histone protein are playing a much more role. We are going to emphasize as far as last is concerned that how the genes are controlled at a histone level. But just keep in mind such a complexity is not present. Very simple thing is there, and here the coiling, supercoiling is there. Another difference is that as far as the prokaryotic cell is concerned, bacteria is concerned, they possesses a single chromosome. Only one chromosome is present as far as the bacteria is concerned. Now, whatever statement I am doing here, these are actually applicable for the majority of bacteria. But you will find in our main lecture we will go into detail as far as these things are concerned that there are so many variations are there. There are so many differences are there, exceptions are there. I will explain the explanation part afterward. But just keep in mind, generally for the general bacteria we use the term eubacteria. The eubacteria, even the archaea, they possesses a single chromosome. And in older classical view of genetics, we should refer this particular thing as a haploid. Why? Because whenever the one set is present, one set is different thing, one is different. Here only one chromosome is present, that means only one set is present, means both the things are same meaning. So these bacteria possesses a single chromosome, and in that sense, in order to match with the common classical terminology of genetics, keep in mind that bacteria are always haploid. Majority of us don't know that this particular truth, that the bacteria are always haploid. Why? Because they possesses only single chromosome. Now question arises, in case of eukaryotic, each chromosome is present in the two version. Means same chromosome is present except the sex chromosome. All the typical chromosome in case of human beings. How many chromosomes are there in case of human cell?
23.
46.
3 pair.
23 pairs.
Very good. 23 pairs. So
23
all
pairs.
these are present in the pair. Forget about XX. It is same for the female and XY. That is different. X and Y. Forget about X and Y. All other chromosomes are the same. Means once again I am giving the same analogy that you have several books. Okay, but every book is in a two copies. Can you guess what is the logic that why the particular cell might possesses a two sets of a chromosome? Means same. For example, I am saying that the all the students should possesses the two books or two copies of each book. So what is the logic? What is the benefit to the cell? Okay, it is not applicable to the bacteria. Bacteria possesses only single set of a chromosome, only one chromosome, and in case of eukaryotic, they are generally referred as the diploid because they possess two sets. But why? For example, in my body, why it is essential that the one chromosome should be present in the two copies? What might be the logic of the nature? Can you guess? One thing is get clear to you that whenever I am asking the question during the lecture, I never expect the correct answer because I know that you not know the correct answer. But your guessing is important, your imagination is important. That will also help to understand. Hence, I request you to logically guess. And if you are given the wrong answer, wrong answers are most welcome. Okay, because I am not expecting that the exactly correctly you should give the details. Otherwise, there is no point to take the lecture because already knows everything to you. Then what? Why should I take the lecture? I am taking the lecture in order to clearing the concept. Henceforth, guess logically think that why the cell possesses two sets of a chromosome. What might be the reason? As far as your opinion is concerned.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, to avoid the if one of the chromosome has gene that is mutated, then
Hmm.
that can be recovered by that can be compensated by the another copy of the chromosome, or maybe sometimes I think doses compensation required genes.
Okay.
The product of gene cannot be. Hello.
Yes. Yes, Pratiksha.
Uh, if one of the gene is mutated, then the product of this gene or a transcribed product is not formed. Then another copy of gene can be used. So phenotype or genotype of phenotype of the organism cannot be changed, or the product required for this organism is can be obtained from this gene.
Okay, okay. Very nice guess is there. You are saying that the if one gene is get mutated in order to compensate the loss of that mutated gene, if that function is not played, that is a phenotypic problem as far as that organism is concerned. It is better to have another copy. For example, one particular gene, insulin gene is affected, then other gene which is present on another chromosome will compensate. Very correct. Then whether it is better to have a three, because whatever logic you are I have always give the analogy like regarding to that, we have the extra tire as far as the car is concerned. Whenever the one get punctured, then we can replace another. Same policy is here. But can you guess that suppose why not nature has given a three copies? Because we know that the in case of many things both the genes are get mutated, then there will be chances because genetic disorders, you know. Okay, in genetic disorders,
Yes.
despite of having the two sets, but still a lot of genetic orders are exist. Then why the nature has not have a three copies, four copies, five copies? Why only two copies? Your first answer is very much correct. Logic is very much correct, but just I am extrapolating that the okay, no problem. Two is better than one, but why? Because three is better than two, four is better than three, and so why the more than two copies are not there? Only two copies are. What is the logic?
Genes are coming from the one paternal and maternal side.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a chances of extra
Maybe
extra DNA is formed. So size of DNA or chromosome is increases.
Then what will be the problem to the size if the size of chromosome is increasing?
uh,
Not
cell cycle or reproduction is less
That
in,
much amount of energy required for the replication of the third copy, maybe.
and time also be much more required for the replication.
Okay. You're correct. I am also not. I also not have this
Another
particular
reason,
reason as far as my mind is concerned. If the third copy or fourth copy is there, it will require the extra energy, extra maintenance. Very nice. Yes. Any other logic?
And new diseases are formed like due to the mutations in that third chromosome.
No, no. But
If
at
mutation
that
are
time, in the same gene, there the chances are not there. For example, mutation will occur in the one gene of the chromosome, second chromosome, same gene, third. That the chances are rare. Means if you increase the copies of chromosome, ultimately we have solved the problem. Because at a time, to the same position, gene will never get mutated.
sir, I have one question.
Hmm?
Sir, is there yeah, due to if number of copies increases
Hmm.
like three, then is there a chance to change ploidy of the organism?
Yeah, yeah. Artificially, that is done in case of a plant. Ploidies. But what is the problem of that? So many plants, in case of plants, such things possible by means of hybridization. They possess two sets, three sets, four sets. What is the reason?
Change in the ploidy of the organism.
Oh no, no, no problem. The same. I'm asking the same thing that the artificially in several plants, what happens? The
Due to
set
where
is there. But what is the drawback to that particular thing? What is the drawback to that hybridization?
equal division cannot be occur. So
Cell division occurs because whenever there is a even number of a chromosome, cell division has no problem.
this is
Whenever the
formation.
odd number is there, even the three chromosomes are there, triploid,
uh,
that will be the problem as far as distribution is concerned. But as far as even number is concerned, there is no problem. Okay. Now, all the cases are very much correctly. I am summarizing this particular part. That what happens that the n from two sets n set single set, that is the meiosis. Okay. And from generally typically mitosis is takes place, means 2n to n means all the resulting cell possesses two sets and this also possesses two sets. And while you also explained during your giving the answer, Pratiksha, that said that the here what is expected in case of eukaryotic system majority sexual reproduction is there. Means one set is coming from the male, another set is coming from the female, and that makes the zygote. Okay. And if the more number will there, that is a confusion because here the typical what you will say that the typical life cycle n to n, n to n, in that way this life cycle goes. Okay. So this thing to maintain that particular thing means here a sexual reproduction for maintaining means taking one copy from male, one copy from female, and then making a zygote. This is unnecessary. Then why this particular pattern is not present in case of bacteria? Because we know that the bacteria never reproduce by means of a sexual reproduction. That is also known to you. Then can you guess what are the advantages are there as far as the sexual reproduction is concerned? Bacteria is reproducing by the typical way binary fission means from one cell, two cell, from two cell, another four cells in that way. Why the plant or animals have such kind of a sexual reproduction pattern? Actually, the evolution is happen in that way. But whether you find there are advantages in the sexual reproduction,
Sir,
yes, actually,
yes,
I am
some
expecting the
yes.
characteristic are arise.
yes.
Need of phenotype is need of phenotype and a complexity of organism.
No, no. What I am saying, for example, typical human being possesses a 2N, just like a bacteria from single species, another species will be generated. So this is not happening. Why the typical reproduction is there? What whether you find the any advantage as far as sexual reproduction is concerned?
Yes, knew something. Hello.
Hmm?
New character are arising in offspring.
Okay, I think whatever you want to say, that the whatever diversity, who has given the answer? Chanchal has given answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. Hmm. Diversity, whatever created, this is due to the sexual reproduction. You are correct.
Reproduction.
Okay, because we found a lot of varieties of dinosaur. Later on these are going lot of varieties of angiosperm, lot of varieties of vertebrates, non-vertebrate. These diversity is possible due to the sexual reproduction. Why? Because horizontal transfer of a gene can be taken.
No, no, no.
Okay, and henceforth we are
Mm.
evolving as point of evolution. Okay, for example, I'm giving the one particular thing that the everybody has to complete the journal. So what is your routine pattern after completing the journal? You take the journal of a previous student and copies as it is. Then in the next year what happens? The next year batch give the take your journal and they are copying. In that way they are continually copying. Whether you found any changes are there as far as this journal is concerned? Of course not. Only whatever several mistakes are done by the students, that will be the our. But the proportion of changes is the less. But suppose if I say to you that okay, take previous year journal, now add some new information which is published in the several books, then you are added. In the next year, suppose if I added requested to students, means every time there is a new addition and there is a drastic difference between a journals of two batches. In previous batch and this batch journal, if you find a lot of difference. Why? Because so many new information, new discoveries are inserted by you. But in previous pattern, what happens? You are just copying, just copying. Bacteria doing like same thing. That the whatever the mother bacteria possesses, the same is present in case of daughter bacteria. Okay, such kind of classification generally should never given, because in case of bacteria there is no mother, no father, there is no daughter, no son. But generally this is the typical way of talking. Cells, this is about the mother cell, and from that mother cell, whatever that is referred as the daughter cell. So in case of a bacteria, what happens? This there is a same thing is repeating every time, but in case of a higher organism, the sexual reproduction is there. Hence, you will find there is a drastic variation. Okay, there are the same E. coli are there from the so many million trillion years are there. Okay, but as far as the organisms are concerned, you will find the dinosaurs are there, then they are vanished, then several new birds are there, then they are extincted, new species are generated, and older species or the much more those who are not adapted according to Darwin, they are getting vanished. So such kind of evolutionary significance is there. And for the evolutionary significance, evolutionary development, the sexual metabolism is important, and to maintain the sexual reproduction, a 2n number diploid number is important. Two sets of chromosomes should be there, one from male, one another from female. And whatever your previous logic is that one is better than two for the mutation and to compensate the structure, that is also very well correct logic. So that's all regarding to the important difference between a prokaryotic and eukaryotic things are concerned. Now this is the typical structure everybody know. I request you to that you have to draw this structure in your notebook. While drawing any DNA structure, you should keep in mind there should be the major groove, minor groove. Major groove, minor. This is not typical typical helix. Okay. Here major groove is there and minor grooves are there. Okay. So this is also not new for you. Already you know the details regarding to that, and these details should be known to you. And these details are known to you from a 12th. Okay, so I request,
Yes.
this is not new information for you, just part of revision. I request somebody to read one by one point. Okay, first point who will going to read? Whether you can read in your mobile.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, one by one. Every hour, I think we have total 18 students participating. one by one. Henceforth, that also ensures that everybody is participating. S. First, start with Pratiksha. First.
DNA is a right-handed double helix. It consists of two poly-deoxyribonucleotide strands that wind about a common axis.
Okay, double helix means two strands are there. Helix means helical. Right-handed, I explained these particular terms because there are the rotations are there. Rotation might be the right-handed or the left-handed. I will diagrammatically
Left
explain this
hand.
particular thing. These are the combination of polynucleotides. Once again, what is a nucleotide, what is nucleoside, I will explain to you. But just keep in mind that the DNA typical is the right-handed double helix. Two strands are there. A second,
The two strands are anti-parallel.
hmm,
This means one strand run in the 5 dash to 3 dash direction, while the other runs in 3 dash to 5 dash direction.
okay. One correction is there. This is pronounced as a 5 prime to 3 prime. 3
I'm sorry.
prime
Huh?
to 5 prime. Okay, it is not a dash, it is a prime. Why this prime is given? Whether you are aware regarding this? Why 3 prime, 5 prime? Why it is
Primer proteins are bind.
Okay, I will explain this particular thing also. Only thing is that the
Oh,
orientation of all molecule in the one strand is exactly opposite in reverse
opposite.
direction as far as another strand is concerned. Hence, it is referred as anti-parallel. One is running toward the 5 prime to 3 prime and another is 3 prime to 5 prime.
And two
When
feet.
I am explaining this particular part in next, I will explain to you, but pronounce it as a 5 prime to next. Next student.
The
Yes.
width of
The width,
double helix is 2 nanometer.
Hmm?
The width of double helix is 2 nanometer.
Okay, very good. 2 nanometer. Actually, in several books, it is also given in the Armstrong. Whether you know that what is the thickness of the DNA in Armstrong?
20 amps.
20
20
angstrom.
amps.
Okay, very good. This is the in nanometer. Okay, next.
Each turn of nanometer with the 10 pairs of nucleotides. Each pair is placed at a distance of about 0.34 nanometer.
Hello. I think who is talking? They have the background
each turn
noise.
of each turn of helix is 3.4.
Each turn of helix is the 3.4 with a
10 pairs of nucleotide, each pair placed at a distance of about 0.3
okay.
nanometer.
Means totally 10 base pairs requires
34
3.4,
angstrom.
hence for the distance is also there 0.34. These are the many times very much important as far as multiple choice question is concerned. From these particular data, mathematical examples are also there. We will also solve this particular mathematical example whenever time comes. Okay, next student.
Each strand of DNA has a hydrophilic deoxyribose phosphate backbone on the outside of the molecule, while the hydrophobic bases are stacked inside.
Okay, hydrophilic, hydrophobic. These meanings might be known to you. What is means hydrophilic?
Water loving.
Attractive.
That is physical organization. I will explain in the coming section. Next,
The two polynucleotide chains are not identical but complementary to base pairing.
two polynucleotide chains are not identical, but
Identical but complementary to each other due to base pairing.
okay. This is a very important.
Formed
Okay, those read this particular thing, I request you to silent your audio system. Means both the strands are not identical, but they are a complement. Means A is there at that time. Just what is the problem? I request that those who are talking only they're there to unmute, otherwise keep your button mute. Okay. So both the strands are not same, they are complementary. Also, I'll explain this particular meaning when drawing the structure, because you know that whenever the A is there at one strand, a T is present in another strand. Whenever the means these are referred as the complementary. In Marathi आपण म्हणतो एकमेकांना पूरक, एकमेकांसारखे नाही. म्हणजे for example, if you and myself is a friend, you are clever in mathematics and I am clever in the English, and you are poor in English and I am poor in mathematics, and that way we are complementary. जे तुमच्याकडे प्रॉब्लेम आहे ते माझ्याकडे आहे, माझ्याकडे जो प्रॉब्लेम आहे तो तुमच्याकडे, तर इन दॅट सेन्स वी सेम ॲज अ कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी. ओके. आणि जनरली तुमचंही मॅथ चांगलं आहे, माझंही मॅथ चांगलं आहे, तुमचं इंग्लिश चांगलं, माझं इंग्लिश चांगलं, तुमचं हिस्ट्री बरोबर नाही, माझं हिस्ट्री बरोबर नाही. In that sense, this is referred as identical. Two strands are not identical, they are complementary. पूरक असा शब्द आहे, म्हणजे जी गोष्ट याच्याकडे ती त्याच्याकडे नाही, ती त्याच्याकडे, and that is the decided pattern A, T and G and C. Okay, next.
The two strands are held together by hydrogen bonds formed by complementary base pair. The adenine and thymine pairs has two hydrogen while 1N or cytosine has 3 hydrogen bonds. The G and C bonding is 50% stronger than A and T bonding.
Okay. This is very important thing, that although these are the hydrogen bonds are present, these are the weakest bond, but still the highest stability is conferred to the DNA. You can why the DNA is the preferred, because of the stability, and stability is given by these particular hydrogen bonds. Actually hydrogen bonds are the poor bonds, weaker bonds. Okay, so there are two bonds, two hydrogen bonds between present adenine thymine and in G and C. G and C is the stronger. Why? Because there are three bonds. Next. Okay, next. Whoever got the turn?
The complementary base pairing is in DNA helix proves Chargaff's rule. The content of adenine equals to that of the thymine and guanine equals to that of cytosine.
Okay, this is also important Chargaff's rule. You must know that the as the A is paired with the T and G is paired with the C, that is the obvious one that the quantity of adenine and thymine in a double helix structure. This is Chargaff rule is always applicable to the double helix, hence keep in mind. Also very important point which is required to solve the lot of multiple choice question. Next.
The genetic information reside on one of the strand called as sense strand. The other complementary strand is called antisense strand.
Okay, one has the meaning, hence it is referred as a sense, and another is a not and nonsense. It also have the sense, but only the opposites. एक स्ट्रँडला जे काही आहे that is has a direct meaning, hence it is referred as a sense strand. Okay, because it is utilized for the formation of mRNA and formation of a protein for the transcription and translation. Another is the opposite to it, antisense. This is also very important terminology. One by one we are going to clear along with our next 10 point.
The double helix has a major groove and a minor groove along with the phosphodiester backbone. Protein interact with the DNA at this groove without disjuncting the base pair and double helix.
Very good. This is a very important point. Why? Both are the double helix where the major groove is there, minor groove also you are seeing just in the picture. And here the protein can be interact, because in order to expression, to stopping the expression for the suppression, different proteins are there. Histone proteins are interacting. But always keep in mind that whenever the proteins are interacting, they never disturb the base pairs. The base pairs are the intact backbone, and henceforth these are not get disturbed as per as the proteins. But protein for the binding of the protein, the major groove and minor groove are important. During a lag around how the genes are regulated at that time, this particular 10 point will be very much important. These are the typical important 10 features. I request all of you to prepare, because these are the basic. Okay, lot of logical question will be there. Several digits are also there, hence for mathematical questions are also there. Okay, so for example, why the GNC is the stronger binding? Just of course one more hydrogen bond is there. Such kind of a logic you have to develop and keep this particular information with you. Now in coming lecture we are going to discuss regarding to the structural component of the biochemical level. Okay, so just I give the hint to you that this is the typical structure of protein, purine. Okay, so here the numbering is also there. Okay, and once you prepared the structure of a purine, then it is easy to prepare the structure of adenine and guanine. Why? Because you have to just give the attach several groups. For example, 6 amino purine means you know the purine, and at the 6th position you have to add amino group, that becomes adenine. 2 amino 6 oxypurine. At a 2 position you have to add a amino group, and at a 6th position oxy group. Now due to the addition, there is the bonding pattern will be changed. Okay, this is the basic structure, but bonding pattern is different. Basically you must know the principles of organic chemistry. How many bonds, covalent bonds, form carbon with other element? Carbon
4 carbon.
Four.
4 bonds.
hydrogen,
1.
oxygen.
Oxygen.
2.
How many bonds can formed by the
Oxygen नहीं.
oxygen? This is very important. Chemistry is always important. Don't say that is not my subject. Oxygen always forms 2 bond. Okay. In H2O, what happens? H. Nitrogen,
3.
3.
3 or 4?
4 with base pair. 4.
Not 3. NH3 is correct or NH4 is correct?
One lone pair is there with
Lone pair.
It
By
depends.
using lone pair, 4 bonds.
Okay, you should know that it depends in several structure. It forms 3 in case of 4.
there is coordinate bond.
Now, once you are aware regarding to this bonding pattern, then it is difficult. Just prepare the structure of a purine and just prepare the structure of a pyrimidine. Okay. Today's task is that you have to prepare the structure of purine and another pyrimidine. Once you prepare, then just as 6 amino purine means adenine, 2 amino 6 oxypurine means guanine. 2-oxy 4-amino pyrimidine means cytosine. 2,4-dioxy 5-methylpyrimidine means thymine. 2,4-dioxypyrimidine means uracil. If this nomenclature you keep in mind, then just by knowing the 2 structure, it is possible to draw the 5 structure. Clear?
Yes.
Today you have to make a practice of this particular thing. Means rather than remembering the structure of cytosine, if you remember this particular thing, 2-oxy-4-amino pyrimidine means cytosine. This structure itself giving the hint that the cytosine means the typical single 5-membered pyrimidine ring is there. At a 2 position, also confirm the numbering. At a 2 position, you have to add the oxygen. At a 4 position, you have to add the amino, and that is the typical cytosine. Such thing. Now one more clear, while giving there are the nitrogenous bases are also there, and there is the sugars is also there, and henceforth in order to differentiate that we are given the number, we give the plain number here in purine pyrimidine 1 2 3 4 5, but in the same structure of the nucleic acid, to denote the number of carbon or the position of the various element in case of sugar, we give the prime 1 prime 2 prime 3 prime 4 prime 5 prime. For the same with the deoxyribonucleic, the prime number refer to the atoms of the sugar. Means whenever I am saying that the prime, that means I am talking regarding the sugar. When I am just saying that the 3 4, I am talking regarding the nucleic acid. Henceforth, to discriminate, to differentiate, this prime number are given. So that's all regarding to the today's lecture. I have given one important homework you, that is my difficult for somebody to prepare the structure of this, but if you logically prepared, it will be very easy. In tomorrow's lecture, we are going to start with a revision of the structure, and then on that basis how the structure is get stabilized as far as DNA is concerned, that we are going to discuss. If you have any question, you can ask as far as this lecture is concerned.
Sir, you told that in lecture that histone decide the which part will be chromatized. Then my question is how histone know which part will be going to heterochromatize? Means in the liver cell, liver specific genes will express and
Okay.
other will in the heterochromatization.
Very good. Very nice question. Actually, what happens as far as the during the development of that particular animal or plant, there is a differentiation. Okay, because many times what happens, several genes, several cells, genes are required at the different stages of this. So this is referred as the developmental biology, how the
Express
organisms
and
think.
other will in the heterochromatization.
Okay. So during the development, during the differentiation, during the embryonic stages, during the development of that seed in case of plant, the typical mechanism are taking place. What are these mechanisms? These are under research. Majority of scientists are doing the same thing. They are not get cleared regarding to the clarity. Otherwise, we might get succeed in preparing the organism in a laboratory. Lot of details are known, but at a micro level, this is a, and same thing is that everything, not only our functions, physiology and all these things, but which cell will differentiate into which cell, so that is also decided by the DNA. It is much more complicated. Lot of things are there, but so many are revealed, so many are not revealed. Henceforth, which is the part of heterochromatic and euchromatic? This is the during the embryonic stage. Because what happens? Initially, only two cells are there. Sperm cell is there, egg cell is there. That becomes the zygote. From that zygote, can you imagine that the from the single same cell the kidney cells are generated? From the same cell, the WBCs are created. Of course, such kind of differentiation patterns are continually taking place. The phenomena is complicated, but a word is trying to reveal. Exact in one sentence or in one paragraph or in one mechanism, I am giving the explaining the mechanism. That's not possible. But it is a measured thing is happening during the embryonic stages. Very nice question.
Sir, another question I have.
Hmm?
Sir, can fat of cell reverted means liver cell is formed? Can this can be can this revert to the stem cell?
That is not possible actually, I think. Because you are saying that the from leaves the seeds can be generated or not, that be generated, but that is the reversal mechanism is not with the cell. Okay, reversing
Means
means
sir,
cell from the one cell another cell, or from the leaves we can have from that cell we can generate the seeds and all these things, but the reverse will not possible. Okay, because all mechanism is going forward and forward, and there are the defined deaths are also there. Apoptosis is one of the important term, and that we say that the cell has a programmed death. Okay, so generally this is the typical pattern that is also encoded by the DNA. And so a transformation of a liver cell into the stem cell is not possible, but from the liver cell we can generate the stem cell. Whether I getting my point, transform is that cell is not get a transform, but from that cell another cell will be get. For example, we say that the monkeys are from monkeys human being is arise, but the monkeys are not transformed into the human being. It is a progressive step. So that is the difficult question. Only the experimental component can give the thing, but such thing is not, reversing is not possible. From the stem cell the path forward is there, we can create any cell, but reverse is not possible. Such program is not available as far as cell is concerned.
means sir, I want to say the nuclear content of the nucleus content of the each cell is same. If only difference is heterochromatization.
Okay, but for that
If
purpose, which thing
if
will be there? For example, your behavior is a totally different in your home. Your behavior is totally different at the class. Your behavior is totally decided by the environment. Okay, so for example, if you're talking with your mother, that is a different tone. If you're talking with the father, different tone. talking with a teacher about unknown, there is different roles. The behavior is not a disability. Actually, in every case, you are the same person. But why your talking pattern is different? Because of environment. Similarly, that environment is also important. I am going to explain that whenever the DNA is expressing from RNA to mRNA, what are the sequences are there? But actually, what question you have asked, that is a big thesis, or you can say the big projects questions are there. Your thinking is very much correct, but we not have an exact answer. And hence, so my answer is that a reverse transformation is not possible. From the liver cell, a stem cell cannot generate. Although, because this is the typical program is set in that way. The for example, I have given the develop one robo, and I have that given the program to go forward, not reverse, or the cell doesn't have the reverse gain. It will not go backward. That is the thing. Yes, anything else?
Thank you, sir. Got it.
Okay. Nice question. Actually, the what is my expectation that the good lecture, good listening, good students always generate the questions. Although we not know the answers, because in future we are getting the answers. But your imagination is very much important. Hence, keep asking the question. I not give you the guarantee that the all questions are given answered by me. But you might be a person, first person in future might going to answer such kind of things. You might be the team of such person. Hence, for asking the question, imagination, all the things are very much important. Hence, that's all for the today's lecture. We will meet on a Monday. Next lecture is on a Monday at 11. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.